Hey guys, welcome to Cat Chat. My name is Josh Tyler. I'm the National College Advisory Program Director for Rush Soccer. Today we are joined by Pete Rossmann from Magoosh. He's going to be talking about the current situation with the ACT and SAT testing currently going on with the COVID crisis. Today's episode is brought to you by Magoosh. It is Rush's official online SAT and ACT prep classes. You can sign up at rushcollege.com and get an exclusive Rush discount to start your ACT and SAT prep classes now. All righty. So we are here with Pete Rossmann from Magoosh. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, Josh. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm very good. As I said, kind of getting adjusted to the new normal. So we thank you so much for taking the time. And let's kind of start right in, and we're going to talk about the ACT and SAT, and probably a little bit about the GMAT as well, because those students will be affected. And we're chatting about what kind of is going on and with the new normal with the coronavirus and how that's going to affect people. So let's first start with what does Magoosh do?
Magoosh is an online learning platform for all sorts of standardized tests. We started out with the theory, then branched into GMAT. We branched out into ACT and SAT a few years ago. Also do a few other tests, LSAT, MCAT. But basically, we provide online lessons for those tests and practice questions so you can practice, learn what subjects or what skills will be on the test, apply those skills, and hopefully improve your score to get into the school you want.
Very cool. And so obviously with Rush, Magoosh is our official online prep platform that we use, so everyone across Rush has access to it. So we've been very, very happy with it, and so it's been very good for our students and affordable for our students to do.
Awesome.
Now, what is your role at Magoosh?
My formal role is the GMAT tutoring lead. So I am in charge of a team of GMAT tutors. My goal is to provide them what they need to succeed. If they have any troubles, come to me, and then I, make sure that things work out. I also do work in content area. I've written questions for several different tests we have, including the ACT. So it's a mishmash of different things depending on the week, but primarily a GMAT tutoring lead.
Okay. Well, let's start with the ACT and SAT, because I mean I think that's probably the most kids are affected by that right now. So what's the the international or the national status of the SAT and ACT right now?
It is changing by the day, to be honest. It all depends on the states, really. The Oregon University school system just dismissed it as a requirement for the incoming class this year. California did the same yesterday. So it's really on a state-by-state basis, which school is still requiring the tests and which ones are waiving it. And
so do you get a sense that, so if schools are waiving it, California normally leads the charge in massive changes, but I mean, do you get the sense that most states are going to start waiving the test requirements?
My sense is that as the weeks go on, more states will do this. It's hard to say which ones exactly, but I think now that California's done it, I think you're going to see this happening more over the coming weeks.
Okay. And then how does that affect NCAA athletes?
It depends, depending on the division. So I have not heard anything from the NCAA Division 1 or 2 as to whether they're waiving the requirement or not. So at this time, I would assume that you still have to take the test. Same thing for NAIA as well. They'll require a score. Division 3 does not. It all depends on your institution. So check with them if you plan on going D3. But for NCAA D1 and D2, as of now, they're still requiring the test. So I would assume that would still be required for you to go get a scholarship.
So for all the athletes out there that thought the ACT was waived, so what's it gonna? I mean, how's that look for them? Because if they've taken it one time and don't have the score they want, but they want to play NCAA, either they're stuck with that score, or do you see the ACT or SAT coming back sometime this summer before the fall semester?
Yeah, I see it coming back sometime this summer. I mean, with the GRE and GMAT, tests to get into graduate school, they're now actually doing it from home. So more and more options are coming out all the time. I could definitely see more test administration during the fall to catch up. I could also see the NCAA maybe waiving some of those requirements, perhaps because they just gave all current spring athletes another year of eligibility. So I can imagine the NCAA being quite flexible on that as well.
Okay, they tend to move a little slower though on the NCAA side. So, yeah, because I mean, if you're a senior and you have not taken the ACT or SAT, and you want to play in the fall, so June may be your only time to take it. So, yeah. Now, and that means though this is a great time for students to continue to study.
Yeah, you would, yep, because you have more time, but also since so much is in upheaval, you're hearing about school dropping the ACT, SAT all the time. Plus, as we said, we're adjusting to this new normal. It can be really hard to study sometimes.
Yeah, and the great thing about Magoosh is if you do sign up, you have it for a full 12 months, and you study at your own pace. So you could slowly just keep studying, because one of my fears for our prospective student athletes is they think, oh, I don't have to take it, and NCAA doesn't waive it, and now it's now I have to take the test in June. I've done nothing to prepare.
Yeah, if you're looking to get a scholarship, I would just assume to take it and keep studying as if that's the case right now, just to make sure that all your bases are covered.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Now, and so you mentioned the GMAT. Now, what is the GMAT test?
The GMAT is the test that business students take to get into business school to get their MBA. Usually, it's taken when you're about 3 to 4 years out of your college, got your bachelor's degree, and it tests. It's like the ACT or SAT in that it has math questions and it's got verbal questions as well. They're just the difficulty is harder.
So, and that is in that right now. So, what's the shift for the GMAT looking like? What's the change?
GMAT, they're shifting to an online version of the exam that should start mid-April. Not really quite sure what that's going to be like yet. I know they've dropped the writing requirement for the GRE. I know that you can't have paper notes. It has to be like whiteboard only. You have to have a webcam. You can't have like headphones. The software is intense, I'll tell you. So that's what we're kind of prepping our students for, that online test experience, to make sure they have everything they need.
Now, is the GMAT and GRE, are they run by the same company who runs SAT or ACT?
No, the GRE is run by ETS Test Services. They do the TOEFL as well, English as a foreign language test. Those are their two main tests. The GMAT is administered by GMAC. That's the graduate school sort of like committee. So two different entities, but there's an overlap of a lot of content.
Okay. So, and are you seeing? So, if GMAT is going to go online, you would think it would be pretty simple for the ACT, SAT to kind of mimic that. If GMAT can do it, do you think they would maybe follow suit next?
Possibly. Once again, depends on what the ACT says, what the College Board thinks of it. Definitely is a possibility, but they could be a lot slower to move on it as well, or maybe they think because we only have so many administrations a year. Another factor is that the GMAT and GRE were already doing computer testing, and I believe that the ACT and SAT is still paper, and that can be really hard to write software really fast. So it may not be prudent at this point to just assume to be an at-home test. My bet would be on more administrations in the July, August, September to make up for the lost ones.
Now, we're also looking at a public school versus private school, and so we'll take California. So California has waived the SAT requirements, but if you're a private school, you still may require the SAT.
That's absolutely right. If you're looking to go to private schools, make sure you check in with each school you plan on applying to see what their current situation is. And I would probably check once a week, because things are so fluid right now that could easily change from a Friday to a Monday.
So it seems like the only people that are set in stone are non-athletes going to a California or Oregon public school?
At this point, yes, but
Yeah.
like I said,
It changes.
You keep hearing this news all the time, so definitely try and keep up to date on it as much as you can.
Is this Magoosh, or is there a centralized place that students can check and see what states are just check and keep up to date on that?
Yep, absolutely. Your students can always send us a line at help@magoosh.com. Email us. We're happy to respond. Also, in Magoosh itself, there's I think we change the color of this every so often. There's a button in the lower right-hand corner. Shoot a message to us, and we'll be happy to check on that for you.
Nice. Okay, that's very good. So if you go to magoosh.com and you can ask the help button, that'd be very good. So
yep.
Very, very
nice.
nice.
One thing I should clarify: you do have to log in first, but after that, should be
okay.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Very good. Yeah, because it is a constantly changing world, and that's one of the questions that I'm getting quite a bit. So, yeah, interesting. Now, moving forward, there's been some. I've read a couple articles about. Are they going to, now that some of these states are waiving the standardized test requirements? Do you think they're going to continue to waive them as they go forward? Do you think it's going to come back and be normal?
That is a tough question. I really don't want to make a prediction on that right now because I think it's too soon to say. I certainly think that's in the realm of possibility. I know California's been discussing that for a while, but I wouldn't make any assumptions on them just leaving it as it is at this case, just because of the novelty of the situation we're currently in.
Okay. Well, they're very good. Very good. All right, Pete. Well, anything else you want to add about ACT, SAT, or GMAT going on right now?
Nope. I know it's a tough time to, prep, but just try and focus on do the best you can, even if you can only do it for 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's 15 to 20 minutes that what you were doing. And also, if you can't focus on questions, right, said, read good stuff, try to do math 2 or 3 times a week to keep those skills sharp. And, we're all in this together, so keep at it.
Okay, awesome. Well, Pete Rossmann from Magoosh, we greatly appreciate you taking the time, man. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep doing what you're doing, man.